This Gwalior Fort is practically invincible.
Sanglak Fort is surrounded on all sides by huge slippery boulders, my lord. Even the most outstanding climbers of our army have failed to climb the walls of the fort.
You are committing the mistake of conceding your failure in the presence of him who is responsible for the destruction of entire Hindustan. Go! There must be some weakness in the ramparts of the fort. Find it! And attack!
Despite the best efforts of the soldiers of Mahmud Ghaznavi, he did not succeed. Ghaznavi's 4-day siege of the fort met with failure. Frustrated and defeated, he ordered his army to retreat, suffering failure for the very first time. The brave warriors of Kachapghat constantly faced threats from the Turkish army of Muhammad Ghori, and later by the sultans of the slave dynasty of Delhi. But the brave Rajputs had resolved to fight off every attack.
My brave hearts of Kachapghat, the time has arrived. When there is only one path left open for us. Dishonor or death. Only those who stand firmly by Dharma are the true lords.
My lord, if defeat and humiliation of the queens is the fate of this fort today, then we will write the last sentence of our life with our own hands.
Yes, Maharaj. It is better to embrace death than be vanquished.
My loyal maids, make preparations for our 16th step onwards. We are going to embrace death, dressed up like newlywed brides.
Embark upon the warfield, Maharaj. In consonance with the glorious Rajput tradition, we shall unite again in the heaven.
Heroic Rajput women, your courage and your valor is no less than that of any Rajput warrior.
In keeping with their tradition and honor, the king and his bravehearts, adorned in saffron, marched ahead, willing to sacrifice their lives for their cause.
Soldiers! Charge forward! Attack!
The power struggles of Delhi resulted in great changes in Gwalior. Gwalior was captured by the Khilji dynasty, and then by the Tughlaqs. Tughlaq appointed Veer Singh Tomar as head of state. But Veer Singh seized the first opportunity to declare his independence from Delhi and succeeded in establishing the rule of the Tomars. The Tomar dynasty ruled Gwalior illustriously for the next 200 years. By the time Maharaj Dugrendra Singh ascended the throne of Gwalior in 1450, the Tomars were a major kingdom to reckon with in central India. The year 1486 witnessed the coronation of an extraordinary Maharaja on the throne of Gwalior. He had all the qualities to make a great ruler. Not only was he well versed in diplomacy, he was also unmatched in political strategy. He was a visionary and a great patron of the arts. A brilliant man with a colorful personality. This was the legendary Man Singh. He created the palace of his dreams and named it Man Mandir, the temple of his soul.
Hindustan is a land of forts and castles. But nothing compares to this magnificent fort. Wow.
Look at its spectacular height. I am sure even the wind cannot touch its speed.
Look at the interiors of this temple. It's so gorgeously colorful.
Unbelievable.
Do look at the beautiful engravings and carvings.
And the sparkle of the colors as they reflect and shine on the walls.
I wish I could witness the cool room next to the underground saffron pool with my own eyes.
I have heard that the queens there used to swing in silk swings fixed on golden pillars.
Raja Man Singh was deeply loved by his people. And tales are told to this day of the love between Nanhi and Man Singh. Once during a hunting expedition, he saw a young village girl subduing a wildly agitated bull.
Oh God, who is this girl? Who is wielding the spear like a goddess?
How she's beating a buffalo with her bare hands.
Oh my God, I have never seen such courage before.
Wow, what a brave girl. She definitely has the spirit of a fearless fighter.
I know this girl. She is Nani. She is an outstandingly brave girl.
Quiet, quiet. Maharaj is coming. Be careful.
Bravo. Bring that brave girl to me. Beautiful lady. What is your name?
I am Nanhi, Maharaj.
Girl, talk with respect. Bow your head while talking to Maharaj.
Let her be like this. My lady, a girl with your beauty deserves a better name than Nanhi. From now on, I name you Briganani, a girl with doe eyes. I'm extremely impressed by your bravery and extend a marriage proposal to you.
Before I say yes, I have some conditions.
Hey, silly girl. Have you not recognized the Maharaj? Lower your eyes before him and talk respectfully. Calm down. Do not interfere between us. I would like to hear your terms. Speak.
Maharaj, my first condition. I will neither stay in Parda, nor will I share my palace with any other queen. My second condition is that the river Sang is the source of all our strength. So I want the waters of the river in Gwalior too.
All right.
And third condition is that I will always stay by your side and travel with you, whether in peace or war. Wherever you go, I will constantly be with you.
Agreed.
Raja Man Singh consented to all of Nandi's terms and bestowed his beloved with a new name, Rani Mrignani. Man Singh and she both loved music. Mrignani learned her music from Baiju Bavra. The love song of Maharaja Man Singh and Rani Mrignani, also known as Saloni Gurjari, is immortalized forever in the hearts of people. Among the many complex renditions of Indian classical music, Dhrupad occupies a high place. Man Singh is credited with its creation. Soon musicians started pouring into Man Mandir from all parts of India. The chambers of this grand palace constantly resonated with beautiful melodies. The divine melodies continued uninterrupted until Maharaja Man Singh's untimely death, which also saw the Tomar dynasty fall on hard times. Ibrahim Lodi of Delhi surrounded and attacked the fort of Gwalior for 2 relentless years.
2 years have passed. Our supplies are at the edge of drying up. I remember a time when the palace resounded with music and arts. But now, the atmosphere is buried under the echoing sounds of cannons and clashing swords. The fear of death is everywhere.
When will this cursed villain put an end to his firing? Look at the rising clouds of dust.
In the end, the armies of Lodi discovered a tunnel and entered the fort, tearing through the security cover of the Rajputs. At the same time, Babur, the first Mughal emperor, attacked India and defeated Ibrahim Lodi in the Battle of Panipat. Marching ahead, he also took over the fort of Gwalior. Kingdoms inevitably rise and fall in the pages of history. Here too, after the blood and gore of war, days of peace and stability returned to Gwalior. Sounds of melodies filled the air, along with the beating of drums. But the cantering of armored horses and the bugles of war created a different drumbeat. Sher Shah Suri snatched his fort from Emperor Humayun, but his son, Emperor Akbar, won it back for the Mughal dynasty. In the Mughal era, a boy with astonishing talent was born in the town of Behat, named Ram Tanu Pandey. He became renowned as Mia Tansen, the musician, the unmatched prodigy of the Gwalior style of music. Akbar was mesmerized by him, and his patronage led to many grand imperial celebrations. This is the perfect example of the confluence of Ganga and Jamuna, an intermingling of cultures, a rich tradition that pervades the soil of Hindustan and is honored as a legacy.
Mani mani baga mare
came to an end with his passing. So immense was the great Emperor Akbar's regard and affection for Mir Tansen, he issued a royal decree calling on all musicians to be present at his last rites to pay homage to him. Alas, he did not have the same respect for this fort. Akbar the Great had this fort converted into a grand prison from which it was impossible to escape. Laughter and frolic became a thing of the past. Rebels were imprisoned here in handcuffs and chains, and the clanking of iron was the only sound that was heard within its confining walls.
See how time flies. Our wonderful fort has become a resting place for pain and suffering.
It pains me to see the beautiful spaces created to shield the Ranis and Maharanis from the harsh heat of the sun, now being converted into the cold chambers of death.
Countless prisoners perceived as royal enemies are lost in the cold and clammy darkness of these chambers. No, I refuse to drink this. Have mercy on me. Don't force me to drink it. I want to live. I don't want to die. Please.
You have to drink this. It's an order.
During his stay in Gwalior, the French traveler Bernier wrote about the royal prisoner's sufferings in his journals. They were forced to drink concoctions made from opium pods, which slowly shriveled and drained their bodies. The captives often became mad before death finally brought them peace. But there was a noble exception who came out alive from this fort. He was none other than the brave and revered Sikh Guru, Guru Hargobind Singh Ji. The Queen of Hindustan, Malika Noor Jahan, entreated Emperor Jahangir for the order to give Guru Hargobind Singh Ji his freedom.
Did you hear? Guruji has refused to be pardoned and released alone from the fort.
Yes, and the emperor has announced that he will allow freedom for as many as prisoners who can cling onto Guru's robe.
Negotiations continued through the night. Guru Hargobind Singh Ji asked for layers upon layers of fabric to be stitched onto his robes. His mantle grew longer and longer, allowing 52 captives to walk to freedom by clinging to him. The next Mughal emperor, the staunch Aurangzeb, took over many princely states as part of his campaign to establish his rule across India. But when he reached the Deccan with his Mughal army, Aurangzeb was confronted by Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj, who had raised the flag of Hindavi Swaraj for a free India. Chhatrapati Shivaji had formed an army which had many Maratha heroes and brave Scindhia warriors. Maratha Ranoji Scindhia came to central India to make Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj's dream come true. He defeated the Mughals and made Ujjain his stronghold. He also renovated the Mahakaleshwar temple.
Today I'm in tears after seeing this destroyed Mahakaleshwar temple of Mahadev in Ujjain. It pains me that for the past 500 years, Singhast Kumbh has not been held in the city of Ujjain as it used to. I, the Maratha Subedar of Malwa, Ranoji Scindhia, hereby order that this temple of Mahadev should be renovated with immediate effect and the Singhast Kumbh should be started again in Ujjain. Say, Har Har Mahadev! Har Har Mahadev!
Mahatma Scindhia took up the saffron flag of Swaraj, winning Gwalior back in 1765, taking Delhi in 1771, then Lahore, and even Attock, which is now in Pakistan. Soon the saffron flag, with a serpent emblem symbolizing the great Scindhia dynasty, was seen across India. Mahatma Scindhia once again gave the clarion call for freedom from enslavement in India.
My friends, today, the Scindhia army has united the nation under the saffron flag. We have pushed the Afghan army across the Indus River, have tamed the Mughals under our supremacy. Our power has been established all over India. Now, what remains is to save India from the British. Although the Scindhia army has defeated the British in places like Marwat, Sirsu, Belsa, Guhad, Sarangpur, Kularas, Shivpuri, Allahabad, Badgand, etc. But the danger of the English Firangis contains to loom large. I, Mahatma Scindhia, assure you all, till the time I am alive, I will relentlessly preserve to save India from the British.
Hey brother, do you know who saved Mahatma Scindhia in the battlefield of Panipat? Bishti Rane Khan, a Muslim. This, my friend, is the beauty of the Indian Ganga Jamuni culture.
My valiant soldiers, today we are going to felicitate our brave brother, Rani Khan, who has literally given me a second life. You all know how he has saved me at the battleground of Panipat. Today, I bestow the royal title of Khawasiwale on him and his successors. The friendship between his and our families shall remain intact forever.
Mahatma Scindhia firmly established Hindvi Swaraj across the north, from Cuttack to Attock. Many cities were in his fold, like Ajmer, Aligarh, Agra, Delhi, Sirhind, Gwalior, Ahmednagar, Bharuch, and Lahore. Mahatma Scindhia knew the threat posed by the British and took up the responsibility of uniting Indian royal families. He understood that it was the great Scindhia rule and might that stood like a wall before British imperialist ambitions.
Do you people know that I chose each one of you for a special mission in which the dacoits of this region will help you? They will guide you to the place from where you will climb the mammoth walls of this fort. Remember, your clothes and shoes should not make a single sound. I have understood that the Gwalior Fort is the key to Hindustan. Winning this fort is as essential for the British as was our victory in the Battle of Plassey.
Later, Mahatma captured the fort of Gwalior, and his descendants continued to attack the British with their militia. In 1843, the two armies confronted each other in Maharajpur, but this time, Scindhia's army fought alone, and he lost the battle. There was a great tradition of women's empowerment in the progressive Maratha Empire. Girls were given knowledge and skill in arms, ammunition, studies, and scriptures alike. A great example of this tradition was Queen Bejabai Scindhia of Gwalior, famously known as Banker Rani, as she opened banks in Gwalior. She was also an expert in fencing. In the historic year of 1857, a handful of soldiers in Meerut lit the spark of the first freedom struggle across the country. At the same time, secret discussions were held with the representatives of Maharaj Scindhia. Upon his invitation, the armies of Veer Tatya Tope, Rao Sahib Peshwa, and Rani Lakshmibai Nevalkar of Jhansi came to Gwalior and took the reins of the rebellion in their hands. It is said that at the behest of Queen Tarabai Scindhia, the Scindhia treasury was magnanimously opened to the cause of the brave revolutionaries. Now for the Scindhias to take up arms when they were already looked upon by the British with suspicion would have been suicidal. So the fort of Gwalior was handed over to the Rani of Jhansi by Scindhia's army. Battles were fought by her against the British. When the British forces became overwhelming, Scindhia's representatives advised the brave queen to leave Gwalior safely. But the English forces continued to chase her. Rani Lakshmibai of Jhansi was determined to fight till her last breath. The British sepoys followed her fiercely. The Queen of Jhansi, Rani Lakshmibai, was unsurpassed in bravery. But facing defeat, she made valiant efforts to escape on horseback. However, a loyal mare gave up its life and fell. The Queen was badly wounded and died a heroic death. In later years, Gwalior continued to flourish under the umbrella of the great Scindhia dynasty. The princely state of Gwalior reached new heights in the fields of arts, creativity, and music. Madhav Rao Scindhia I, the father of modern Gwalior, took forward the ancient traditions of Gwalior and the values of Hinduist Swaraj. It was his vision to open good schools and to develop the city industrially and commercially. He laid beautiful flower gardens which adorn the city even today. The historic journey of Gwalior continued with the independence of India. Gwalior remains a center of art, civilization, and religion. This city is alive because of the people who live here, because of its brilliant diversity of life and the beauty of its nature. We are blessed by visitors and tourists like many of you who come to admire our city, nestling in the heart of India. I, this historic hill, welcome you with great reverence. Namaskar.
The